Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamison. I am a mom of two kiddos under 2 for just a week more. Now my daughter turns 2 in a week and my son is about 5.5 months. And today I am doing a kitchen clean with me, and this is kind of an extreme clean just because I feel like since having my son, a lot of what I've done has just been like band-aid cleans. I feel like I haven't been able to actually like deep clean or get the entire kitchen clean at one time, and so that's my goal today, is to get everything completely reset. So when I'm cleaning, this is on a Saturday, and the next day, Sunday, is actually the Super Bowl, and so I'm going over to my mom's house with my family, and so I know I won't be cooking dinner in the kitchen the next day, and so I thought this would be a perfect day to reset the kitchen because it will be nice for like a day. We'll only have the breakfast and lunch dishes. We won't have the huge dinner mess, and I'm gonna try and maintain this so that I can enjoy a clean kitchen from top to bottom. So my first goal was to get the dishes clean and done. I feel like the dishes are never ending, and if I can get those put away and check that off my list, it just makes me feel that much better about it. It never fails though. All of a sudden I'll turn around and I'll see like a cup or a bowl, and I don't know how I missed it. You know, just sitting around in our kitchen or in our family room. My daughter takes her snack bowl to a different area, and so I do try and like do a lap of my house to make sure I get all the dishes, but it doesn't always work out. So then after I do the dishes, I'm just tackling the countertops. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put everything back in its place. So if I have items that are in the kitchen on the countertops right now, like you can see those shoes in the top left corner, I'm actually going to take those and place items that don't belong in the kitchen on the kitchen table, so then I can figure out where those belong and then put the kitchen items away so that I can wipe off the countertops and have a nice clean slate and have everything in its place. So I love having a completely clean and cleared countertop, but there are some appliances and items that I do keep on top of the counter just for convenience and ease. So my KitchenAid mixer is on the other side of the fridge, and that is just way too heavy to be pulling out when I need to use it. So that's one that stays. And then I have my little electric tea kettle, teapot here, and tea, and that's really just because of frequent use. I don't want to have to be taking it out and putting it away every single day. What are some items that you guys keep on your countertops? And are you like more minimal, or do you like to have things on your countertops and decorate? I'm interested to hear. Comment down below. I feel like a total dork, but watching this back, it even makes me excited that my appliances are clean and shiny. My microwave is not really like super dirty on the inside, but just giving it a good wipe down and shining up the stainless steel on the outside just makes a really big difference, and it makes me like weirdly happy. Is anyone else the same way? I'm so glad I figured out that these knobs pop off. It took me an embarrassing amount of time after moving into our house that we live in that those pop out and are easy to clean. Also, something I've learned is to clean the microwave and then move down to the stove top and then the front of the oven, because when you're spraying your cleaning products, it can move onto the stove top. So I started out just cleaning the stovetop first, and then I would like move up to the microwave and down to the oven, and I would always get so frustrated because I'd have leftover residue that would get on my freshly cleaned stovetop. And so by working top to bottom, it actually helps keep everything cleaner and shinier. It's always nice to clean under the oven here. Now, there are times where I have my husband slide it out and I'm able to get back there and clean the sides of the cabinets if something's dripped down there. But to be able to pull this drawer out and just get some of the crumbs back there, and I even found a pacifier and a toy back there, it just is nice to not have to like constantly pull the oven out or to have to wait for that time. You can get in there and sweep, and then it's not as big of a mess each time that you're opening it up and cleaning. So I just got these new hand towels from Walmart, and they're a waffle knit, and they have a very like neutral like colorway. Each towel is a different like design or color, but it just sticks with the white and the tan, and they're larger than your average hand towel, and it was very reasonably priced. I think it was 4 towels for $10 or 4 for $15, and we were in desperate need to update our kitchen towels, and they work wonderfully. They soak up water. They're a little bit larger, like I said, so it's really nice if you're spreading them out and then putting dishes on them to dry. I just have been super impressed, and it's something that I'm so glad we replaced. I got so lucky this day while cleaning. I started during my daughter's nap. So like I said, she turns 2 in a week, and so she's down to 1 nap, and some days she sleeps for an hour and a half, and other days she'll sleep for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and so it just kind of depends. And then my son, he since he was 2.5 months, has only been sleeping independently for 30 minutes at a time. And my daughter Josie did the same thing, and our pediatrician just said, you know, some kids don't figure that out until 6 months, and so that's been hard. But he has started stringing some naps together, and so it was like magical. They both were asleep at the same time, and they both slept for I think Josie slept for 3 hours and Jack slept for about 2. And so I was able to knock out so much during this time, and I like almost didn't know what to do with myself because I had so much time. And I'm just so happy I was able to knock this out, and I was so happy that I immediately started when they went down for their nap. It helps that it's the weekend and my husband was, helping me out with the kids. Normally during the week when it's just me, I have to like take some decompression time if they both are asleep, especially because I know it could only be, for 30 minutes or for 15 minutes when their naps overlap. So I definitely enjoyed being able to get a ton done during this nap time. So headed over to the fridge. I'm just taking all of the boards and pictures off so I can give the fridge a good wipe down and a polish with the stainless steel cleaner. If you are new here, I've talked about those acrylic calendars many times, but I bought those when I made a really big push to meal plan our dinners, and I will never look back. It is such a good tool to meal plan. We're spending less. I'm not as stressed trying to put a meal together for my kiddos and my husband and I, and it's so nice to just have a plan going forward the week ahead. The weeks that I don't meal plan, it definitely takes a toll on me, and I can feel the difference. And so if you're trying to meal plan, or if you do meal plan but you'd like to have a different way to do it, or a visual to display for your family, I would really recommend those acrylic calendars. They've worked out well for our family. So once the weather's warmer, I definitely need to clean out and wash the trash can and recycling bins, but it's just one of those things that is not going to happen until I can get outside and use a hose to do it. So as I was cleaning my kitchen and getting the countertops and appliances clean, I just kept looking over at this big pile on my table, and it was kind of stressing me out. So now I'm tackling it. I actually have a bunch of birthday gifts for my daughter that I'm just taking up to my closet so that I can wrap them, and then I have items that I was given from my grandma that she's getting rid of, and so I'm taking those down to the basement and check back in later because I'm going to have to do a basement clean and declutter, and so that video will be coming up here shortly. So I'm just taking everything to the basement and not organizing it, just setting it down, since I know the organizing will be coming later. So as I was cleaning, I was tinkering around with this wood tray and the flowers, trying to decide what I wanted to display in here. And I actually take the mug away and replace it with a candle a little bit later on. But I'm definitely one of those people, and it's gotten so bad since becoming a mom, that I will start a task, and in the middle of the task I will see something different, and then I will start that task, and then the same thing happens and I start a different task. And so before you know it, 30 minutes has gone by and I've started 7 tasks but not finished one, and it drives me absolutely crazy. And so that was kind of what was happening with that centerpiece on my kitchen table. I would play with it, and then I would go and do something else and look over and see it, and I'm like, I don't really like that. And then I would play with it some more. And so I am definitely trying to get better at starting a task and finishing a task, but it is so hard for me. I always love the look of my sink when I'm able to get everything wiped down and there's no watermarks or spots or, leftover drips. But, since it is the kitchen, you use the sink constantly, and so I don't always get to do that. So since I was deep cleaning in here, I thought that would be nice to get it taken care of and enjoy a clean, shiny sink. And also this little triangle section behind the sink rarely gets wiped down, just because it's elevated and hard to reach, and because it doesn't really get messy, it just gets dusty. And so it was nice to get that cleaned up and to display some flowers and a cute candle. And next, this has been something on my to-do list for, unfortunately, months, is to mop my kitchen. And it felt so good to get the yogurt marks off and to just get it nice and clean, because with 2 kids and a dog, I've got people and the dog all over the floor all the time. So it's nice to get this clean and to know when the dog's walking around, when my kiddos are laying on the floor or on the ground, that it is nice and clean for them. Now I'm sure you can tell it's much later, but I didn't want to risk the magical nap time by turning something electric on and possibly waking them up. So I waited until they went to sleep to mop. But I still was able to accomplish so much, and knowing I didn't have to clean like an overabundance after they went to bed and just, you know, clean up some dishes from dinner and wipe down the counters again and just do the mopping. It was so nice to have that in the back of my mind that I didn't have this huge to-do list. So if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. I am so happy you took the time to hang out with me today. And be sure to check back next week for another video. Bye.